Good evening, Facebook family. I'm Karen from KarenWilkins.com, where we show entrepreneurs, probably just like yourself, how to build a successful business online and off just by using simple tips, techniques, and strategies. Well, welcome to my hour of Empower. Right now, Empower is spelled I-M hyphen P-O-W-E-R. The I-M stands for Internet Marketing. And Facebook, hello there. Thank you for the love. Facebook is telling me that it's going out building my audience, and I always like to give them an opportunity to do that. So while they're doing that, I just want to bring you up to speed with some things. One, I want to apologize for not being here every single day this week. I had an emergency. One, I was telling you about my dog being sick. Then I had some internet issues. And when it rains, it pours. But I've been feeling a little like the Roadrunner. You know how Wile E. Coyote, I think his name was, he would drop that big old barbell down on top of the Roadrunner, and you would think that the Roadrunner was crushed, and lo and behold, he was able to get out from under it. Well, I'm not going to say like I've done anything slick, but just the way things seem to have happened or is happening, I'm able to continue moving forward. So it may have slowed me up. It may have even it may have even become an obstacle at some point this week, but it's not going to keep me from doing the very things that I need to get done, and it's not going to deter me from living out my purpose. So the topic for discussion today, hey there, the topic for discussion today is you are on track for your greatness. Hey Heather, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And Eunice, thank you so much for stopping by and giving me support. I'm wonderful. Thanks for asking. Yes, so I wasn't quite certain which topic I was going to talk about. I had a few that I could talk about. And so just before I decided I was going to make a decision, I seen a graphic, a posting. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I saw a posting on one of my friends' site, and the post said, you might be on the right track, but you're supposed to keep moving. Because if you sit down, even if you're on the right track, you're going to get run over. And that was enough to give me a little chuckle and make me say, yep, that's going to be my topic. Now, I got to preface this with saying that this morning, every morning, Monday to Fridays, I'm on a morning wake-up call. And it's a call that I call Breakfast of Champions. I call it that because it is a personal development call. Now, if you want to know about this call, if you would like to participate, you don't have to say anything. You just want to listen to top earners in the industry. And I mean entrepreneurial industry, where they come and they give us tips, techniques, strategies, systems, solutions, but more importantly, they help us reset our mindset. And so this morning I was on such a call, and the topic was, you're on the track for greatness, So I'm not quite certain if we're using the same title or not. I should have gone to the website to see what graphic she used and when she did the morning call, because they let us know in advance what they're going to be talking about. But I didn't do that because, like I said, it wasn't that post. It wasn't even the call that made me say, oh, I'm going to do this. It was the image that I saw on a friend's wall. So with that being said, I am going to use the notes that I took to highlight some things I want to talk to you about, because like I said, you could be on the right track for greatness, but if you're not moving forward, if you're sitting down or standing still, you're going to get run over. But like Ray Higdon says, You know, you can't do that. That would be blasphemy. You know, it's blasphemous to not live in your purpose and carry out what you're brought here to earth to do. See, we all have a purpose. And what you might be doing today may not mean that's what you're going to do for the rest of your life. You have a purpose to get in, or better yet, to get on that track for your purpose, start moving, and on that track, you're going to meet people. Some people are going to give you a blessing. Some people are going to give you a message, information, whatever it is. They may have to give it to you, but also while you're on that track, you're going to be giving other people a blessing, a lesson, gifts, you know, whatever they are, because that's what this life is about. See, we're here to actually help each other move along on our track. But with that being said, it's not for us to look over on someone else's track and wonder how they got there so fast. You know, you just passed them, or you started on the track along when they started, and now they're moving past you. See, we have no idea what our journey is all about. You have no idea what I'm going through this week. You couldn't even imagine what I have been through this week. Just like I couldn't even imagine what you've been through this week. But I tell you this, what we've experienced, thank you so much, Heather, what we experienced this week is going to help us move forward down the road, right down our track, if we have the right perspective, if we look at it in the right way. See, it could have been some very negative things that we experienced, but our perspective should be, if it's a lesson, if it's a negative thing, we should take it as a lesson and keep it moving, knowing that you're never going to have to experience that again, because whatever caused that to happen, you shouldn't be continuing to do that unless you just like having negative things happen to you. I know I don't. So at that point, you take it as a lesson learned. Okay? Now, if you can do that with life experiences, that'll help you keep moving and catapult you down down your track, down your lane. Own your stuff. You know, you gotta own the fact that you are right where you're supposed to be and you're on the right track, you know, but you're on a track for greatness. Now, Keisha broke this down this morning. I do apologize. I didn't give her due or her accolades. The person who spoke this morning was Keisha Bass. She's one of the top earners in the industry, and she really broke it down, but I'm not trying to repeat word for word what she said. I just want to highlight some points that she brought out, and I want to give it to you from my perspective, and I hope you will allow me to do that. Hey Brian, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by and supporting me. Hey Lori, thanks for stopping by, darling. I love to see y'all come out and support me. And I do apologize because I do lives. They strain my voice, and I also have a touch of a cold. So, you know, if I sound a little squeaky, please forgive me. Okay, so in talking about being on the track for greatness, we all have greatness in us. We all are here to do and perform a task that will allow us to live in our greatness. But we got to understand that we have something to do. We cannot be jealous of someone else. We cannot look at where someone else is on their track and become envious or jealous or have any sort of animosity or negative feelings about it. See, because that's only going to slow us up. And so with that, here's what I like to tell myself, because I know there are some people out there that really don't wish me anything good, that really would like to see me fail. For whatever reason, they want to know that I'm not doing the best that I could possibly be doing. They would love to say that to themselves, and I'm not going to say that I'm doing the best that I can do, but here's the issue. I got to live with that. If you're not doing the best that you could be doing, you got to live with that. Not me, not anyone else. And so with that being said, when you lay your head on your pillow at night, you need to be able to say, job well done, and have a peaceful sleep. Now, having a peaceful sleep, and after a certain age, that becomes like gold, because of experiences that you go through in life. They could really cause you to be worried about stuff if you don't have the right perspective, and could really rob you of a peaceful sleep, like an illness sometimes can do. But these days, I'm laying my head on my pillow at night, and I'm having a very peaceful sleep, and I hope you are too. But when people are out there wishing you no good, looking at you, thank you so much for the thumbs up, wishing you no good and hoping that you fail, there is something I like to keep in my frame of reference, and I'm going to give it to you. Now, it really doesn't matter what religion you have or what book you study from, but this is something that does come from the Bible. But I feel comfortable with being able to give it to you. I like to just, because sometimes if you're really very astute and connected with your spirit, your own spirit, the one that is in you, you can tell when people aren't wishing you any good. And I'll just say out loud, like, no weapons formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rise up shall be condemned. Now that I like to say, because I know it's the truth. I know when I can believe that nothing anyone else can do can stop me or deter me from living in my greatness or arriving to where I'm supposed to arrive to in this world. Now, like I was saying, thank you, Lori. I really appreciate that. Like I was saying, that's right. It's the truth. It's just no one can take what belongs to you away from you. Nobody can do it. And so you can't be worried about what other people think, say, or do. All you can do is care about what you're doing, what you're saying, and what you're thinking. That you can only control you. You can't control anyone else. Now, when you're on your track, you might be on your track in one industry and wind up in another industry. That doesn't mean you're wishy-washy. It just means that you have completed your task or your purpose in that industry, and now you're in another industry completing or moving on down your track. And you need to understand that, and you need not worry about that. And that's something I had to come to terms with, because I really, really am the type of person that if I give you my word, I do everything I can to live up to that word. And if I can't, I put my own self through changes. You wouldn't even have to do that. You wouldn't have to call me up and tell me off, because I'm already doing that for myself, because I gave you my word. But in any case, you just need to understand that. So now, when you're moving down this track, you know that you're on the right track if you wake up in the morning with such energy, with such happiness, and with such a feeling of awesomeness. Like, this is going, I can't wait to see what I'm going to get into today. I can't wait to complete this task, or I can't wait to connect with this person. Actually, that's the post that I saw. And it is so true. When you are on your right track, that is how you feel. Because when you're not on the right track, you dread getting out of bed. You dread putting your feet on the floor and continuing through the day, because you don't want to have to deal with what you're going to get, or what you're going to get ready to deal with. You just don't want to do it. And so if you're in that space, you might want to ask yourself, what is my purpose in life? See, because when you ask yourself the right questions, you're going to get an answer, because the spirit or the knowledge is in you. You already know. It's just that sometimes we let other things cloud the issue. But if you ask yourself, what am I supposed to be doing? You'll start to see it come to you, and you'll start to get confirmations. Thank you. You'll start to even get confirmation about it. You might hear a song, and it'll be in a song, but you'll hear just that one little part that is about what you asked. You'll see it in a commercial on TV and want to know, wow, how did that happen? I heard that, but that's how it happens. And so you'll hear it, but you got to ask the right question. And don't be afraid, because somebody might call you up and tell you over the phone in a conversation. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really, really do appreciate it. So I wanted to make certain I connected with you about that, because that is really, really so important. So you want to get rid of, like Keisha called it, comparitis. You don't want to be comparing yourself to anyone. You don't want to be comparing what you're doing or what they're doing to what you're doing. You don't want to compare yourself to them, because that'll slow you down. But you do want to compare yourself to your yesterday. You want to make certain that you're moving a little bit further than you did yesterday. You don't want to be in that same spot, because if you're on the track, you could get run over. Okay, so you want to the only person that you're comparing and competing with is the person in the mirror. Please remember that, because we're human, and so often we get sidetracked, and then we just look over into that other lane, and now we're feeling upset and we're feeling sick, right? I mean, it's so true, but we're human. Don't beat yourself up if you're doing it. Just catch yourself, and then, get over it. And keep it moving. Don't let no one make you feel like you should never feel like that, because we are human and we will feel like that. But in feeling like that, catch yourself and then move on down your own track. Okay? So now, like Keisha had said, and this was a good point, I highlighted it. She had said, by comparing yourself to others, you actually steal your joy, and you do, because you can't even rejoice over where you're at, because you're so busy comparing yourself to the fact that someone else who started with you has moved in front of you, and you're still in this position, or you are lagging behind. Trust that you're going to be meeting the right people, you're going to be moving in the right direction, and you're going to be helping the right amount of people, or the right people that you should help with your purpose. We all are great. So now, with that being said, thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. You want to acknowledge where you are right now. Now, this is a big one, because this one, it resonated with me. See, I'm the type of person that I'm almost like a visionary. I hate to just say I'm a visionary, but in my life, I have seen myself see things way before it's time. I have I'm a creative person, and I have even created things that have come out years and years later, so that I never really got the opportunity to experience the joy of creating it, because the world wasn't ready for it when I created it. But I'm not sweating that. However, I'm the type of person that I'll see something and then I'll do that, because I know that means that's where I'm supposed to be, and so I'll get on that track, and so I'll start seeing, like I'll see myself in a different position, in a glorious position, and I'll get stuck, thinking about that day in and day out, and as I'm putting my stuff together, to help it be a little clearer for you. Right now, I've created a mobile marketing agency, right? I've created it with the help of friends and developers and, people that really wish me well. I have a mobile marketing agency, and as I started creating it, more and more things became available to me, and I started getting more and more excited, and I started seeing it become bigger and bigger, and it got so big, it's bigger, way bigger than I even could have imagined. But I could get stuck in my head thinking about where I'm going to be and not really enjoying where I'm at. And now I know I'm not special. I know other people feel that way or do things in that manner. And so I'm saying sometimes you gotta pop yourself out of it, because you can't get stuck thinking about where you're not at yet and not really enjoy where you are. So it's like being in Hawaii for the first time and enjoying the black sands and really enjoying the weather, but you're so busy worried about or contemplating your trip over to Russia. Like you're so busy thinking about getting over there and how much fun you're going to have over there, you can't even enjoy Hawaii. So you want to not do that, because every inch along this track is a place for you to not only enjoy, but to make certain you cover all your tracks. You want to cover all your bases and make certain that you help all the people that come into your arena, and you want to make certain too that you get all of the lessons and blessings, whether they feel good or not. You want to make certain that you get those things, because those are the things that's going to prepare you for where you're going. And so I wanted to make certain I brought these to you. I thought they were important enough. So while I was doing some things around the house today, I found one of my lists that is so apropos to what we're talking about. So I want to just read you 5 things. Yeah, well, I'll leave it to just 5 that we say to ourselves every day. Okay, so one of the things we say is, it's impossible. When we're thinking about what we got to do, sometimes it's so much, we just go, oh, it's impossible. I can't do all of this. And I just want you to know that God says all things are possible. There are times we say, I'm too tired. I can't do it. Well, God says, I will give you rest. There are times we say, I can't go on. This is too much. God says, my grace is sufficient. And then we say, I'm afraid. I don't know what's out there. I don't know what's in front of me. I don't know where I'm going. So I'm afraid. And God says, I have not given you the spirit of fear. So the conversations we have with ourselves sometimes are not rooted in anything. that we should be holding on to. We can do all things. You know, and I'm sure you out there can finish that sentence. You know, we can do all things. We are on track for greatness, because if we weren't, we would not have been put here. And it's sufficient to say that today should be the day that you get rid of all of that garbage, all of those things that you have been telling yourself, later for what other people have been telling you, all the things that you have been telling yourself that has hindered you and prevented you from moving forward, from experiencing your greatness, from really getting to where you're headed. And let's keep it moving. So with that being said, I do want to thank you for coming out and supporting me tonight. Let's make this a great, fantastic weekend. This is the last weekend in October. We got 60 more days at least before the new year. It's about 65 days. And we can do it. We can make things happen. It doesn't take much. Remember, if you remember my last broadcast, I talked about reverse engineering. If you want to really figure out how to get to that next level where you want to go, you know, connect with me. We'll sit down, we'll do a little session, and we'll find out what little bite sizes you need to be doing every single day to make it happen. In the meantime, my mobile marketing platform is ready on Monday the 31st at 4 p.m. I'm going to be interviewed by a national woman broadcasting show, and I would love for you all to attend. It's on my fan page. I'm certain it is, where you can reserve your seat so that you could be there supporting me. Now, I'm not going to do my own live, but I'm going to be live broadcasting the show while I'm also being interviewed. So I'm hoping that you guys will come out and support me. But in the meantime, here's what I want you to do. Please go over to my fan page, Winning Mindset Strategies. Make certain that you click on the Learn More button. That button is going to allow you to be placed on my mobile marketing list so that I can connect with you and give you the newest, the latest, and the greatest mobile marketing information to date. Some big things are happening, and Facebook is getting ready to do something so fantastic. Actually, it's really done already. It's just for larger corporations, but we're getting ready to have the opportunity to access it, but it's only really for mobile. So if you want to know what that is, you know, go ahead and click on that button, because I'm going to be doing a post for tomorrow concerning that. Well, my time is up and I gotta go. But hey, Joyce, hey, Calvin, hi, Lonnie. Thank you guys for coming out. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my time is up, guys. I gotta go. I'll see you here on the next video. Same time, same place. But until then, stay safe. Bye for now.